If you've kept up to date with news on Stay Out, you would know that today they released an update called Cold Heat, which runs for the next 5 weeks on the servers. There are actually 2 events part of the Cold Heat update, not just one. They're both seasonal open world events, and the first one happens a little bit more often. It is called Anomalous Breakthroughs. The second one is called Frost Point, which happens once a day. Along with the server's restart, basically we investigate anomalous activity and earn valuable rewards. To participate in the event, all you have to do is talk to the Anomaly Researchers who are located at Gourmet's Village, the Radio Tower, Konakava, the Radius Village, Port, and Ottoman's Outpost. Now, if you're worried about when these events actually happen, they happen fairly often, maybe about once every hour, hour and a half, because as it says, the event starts twice in in-game day, from 08 to 10, and from 20 to 22, so from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., and from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. in-game time, so twice in in-game day. And we know one in-game day lasts about 3 hours, so they happen fairly often. When the event begins, all stalkers receive a notification that several emission points have temporarily appeared in the area. These will also be marked on the map. In these areas, players face a series of dangers, anomalies, mutants, negative effects, as well as opportunities to obtain valuable loot, increased artifact spawn rates, the discovery of lost stalkers. It then goes on to say that breakthroughs can be found at the next locations. Additionally, players in locations where there are no breakthroughs will not receive notifications about the start of the event. So basically, whatever area you will find an Anomaly Researcher in for the next month and a week, you will be able to find these areas that you can go into for a couple in-game hours. And like I said, this isn't the only event in this update. There is also Frost Point. However, this only starts at noon in-game once per game day, not twice per game day. So a little bit more limited. However, it might be potentially more lucrative. As part of the event, players must defend research equipment against waves of advancing animals and mutants. The event's difficulty depends on the number of participating players. Ice craters surrounded by equipment can be found near the following settlements. And again, it's the same settlements as before. However, with the exception of New Land and Caravan, rewards earned will be sent to Gourmet's kitchen. You can exchange one part of the ice artifact for another at the Anomaly Researcher. The exchange rate is 3-1. This isn't all. As part of the event, they are announcing a small contest for all players. There are 7 new seasonal achievements related to the Cold Heat event. At the start of the event, players will see only 2 achievements. The remaining 5 are hidden. The first player from each server to complete all 7 achievements will receive 10,000 platinum after the event ends. The winners will be announced at the event's conclusion. But on the Steam forums, people have some things to say. Things like, you always get shot in the back while picking up artifacts. They want a new map for events. That the spring event is much better than this event, where people only farm or grind to exchange for goods. You can't even farm artifacts because someone will shoot you while the environment is hitting you, plus the safe zone is too far from the timed event. So if you came into this expecting just one event, no, there's actually 2, surprisingly, which is very cool, and it runs for over a month from now, so there's a lot going into this. I feel like there's plenty of time to get out there and actually get a lot of loot here, see what's going on, go to these different areas, see how different it is in each one. If the experience is the same, maybe it's a little bit easier in one area. And as it said with that one part, how the difficulty scales with how many players there are. That sounds like a really fun experience, depending on if you played it with only 2 players versus 10 players. It sounds a lot more hectic and chaotic. However, I wouldn't want to miss out on that. So maybe if you have some friends who want to join in on this game with you, try to convince them to come to this event with you and see what's going on out there. Maybe you can all get some loot together.